Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mission Impact Series with myself, Tracy B. Allen, and Taisha Boone. So you know how Mission Impact works. If you don't know, go look at some other videos because this is something that we do on a regular, but it's a series of 4. So today's series, well, this month's series is January 2022. Happy New Year, everyone. So this series is called Focus on Impact. And I know if you've been following us for a while, you've heard us talk about impact before, but we thought it was very poignant for us to bring it back up again, especially at the top of the year, because it's going to set the stage for the rest of the year. So we're going to be talking about 4 separate parts to this. I know it's communication strategy, and I can't remember what the other 2 are, but we'll get to it when we get to it, right? So again, my name is Tracy B. Allen. I'm the owner of TVA Consulting Group, where we help social impact businesses to design, build, and fund their social businesses. Whatever. I don't know today. I don't know what I did today.
Well, hello. Yeah, so I'm Ty Boone, and I work primarily with nonprofit organizations, helping them to move from startup and struggle to sustainability and success. My mojo is programs. I love programs, and we're going to impact. And programs go hand in hand. So that's what we're talking about in this episode. We want to talk about focusing on the impact, bringing it back, bring back the impact, right? Crazy. Right? Tracy,
Yeah.
bring back the
No.
impact. I was thinking all of last year, especially for
Mhm.
the year that we have gotten so far away from like cause missions, whether you're
Yes.
social enterprise or nonprofits, it's like we've started these things and then we start to drift away from the core. Like, what is this all about? Like the whole reason for forming these businesses is supposed to be to address a certain cause or solve a certain problem, and we forget all about that once we get into the business, right? We're like, okay, and we know that we're supposed to monetize and we're supposed to bring in revenue and all this kind of stuff, but we're forgetting about the purpose. Like, why are we even doing this thing? What is the problem that you are solving? If you are not solving a problem, then you're not making a difference. And if you're not making a difference, then nobody want to give you any money. Because so why are we even in this thing? What is and we're just, I think that for so long we just kind of gotten busy, doing whatever it is that we're doing, and we're forgetting that first we need to know what problem why are we even here? Like, what kind of problem does my business address? What kind of problem does my program solve or address? How am I helping society with what it is that I'm doing? And we've gotten so far away from even thinking about that.
Right. So it goes back to what Ty is saying perfectly. And we've done a whole video on it, right? We have a podcast on it and we've done videos on it. Mission drifting. If
Mhm.
you don't know what the mission truly is, why you're doing the business, who you're helping, and what the transformative outcome is going to be, you will always drift. And once you start drifting, nobody knows what to support or how to support it. So let's just talk about the fact that we just came out of giving season, right? And a lot of people left a lot of money on the table because they've been drifting all year. And then here it comes, it's giving season, and they're looking to get some of this money. So they want to now, promote. And people are like, but where have you been all year?
Mhm.
Right? Or I didn't know that's what your organization did. I thought you did something else. Weren't you just doing XYZ the other day? And that's because you've been drifting all year. You've been chasing the money instead of chasing the impact,
Right.
right? And if you keep chasing the impact, which is related right back to your mission, you will always be in line for money wherever the money's coming from, because people have a clear indication as to what you're doing. Whether it's you're applying for grants, you're looking for contracts, you have an earned income model within your organization. If you're a nonprofit, if you're a social enterprise, you better have an earned income model built in there. Or you're looking for year-end funds. It will work out for you because you're not drifting around, right? And what that would have done too is help you to create a plan so that when it comes close to the end of the year, you're not trying to pull something together for year-end fundraising that looks scattered.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's happening. We're just losing focus. Like, what is it? And when we form these businesses, there's something that we say to the state or the IRS or something that what are we going to do?
Right.
We make this little statement. Okay, we're going to do this, or we're going to help this, or we're going to do this, and then we just get into it. And like Tracy said, we start to follow the dollar signs, even if they're not in our roadmap of where we're supposed to be going. Right now you're lost. You got the GPS and you're supposed to follow the instructions, and you're supposed to drive according to these directions. But then you look over there and you get distracted, and you see, oh, there's $1 over there. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can get that $1. And then at the end of the year, like this past year, then you're lost. You don't know where you are. You don't know how to get money. You don't know what direction you're going in. You don't know what problem you solve. You said something, about being transformation. You said, understanding that what you're doing is transformational and not so much transactional all the time. We know that exchange of dollars is a transaction, right? We know that. We know that some things that we do, some services that we provide are going to be transactional. But when you start to transform, you focus more on your mission, and then you produce an impact. And that's when you're going to start to attract the funds, right? So it's like having a little magnet. I remember when I was little, and they had these little mazes. I don't know if you remember this, right? And there were like a magnet under the bottom of it, and you can move the magnet across, and it would move you through the little maze. And that's what transformation and impact does. It just kind of takes you to where you have to go with this little magnetism that's attracting you into this direction, pulling you where you're supposed to be, in opposed to having you drift all over the place. So that when you get into a spot like end of year giving, you know what you're doing. You're already there because you have the magnet underneath that takes you where you're supposed to be going.
And I think you made a good point. Attraction, right? You don't always want to have to chase the money. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're staying on mission, you are focused on the planning, and everything is leading back to your mission, and you're not drifting all over the place, you will actually attract the money. You won't always have to seek it out because people will see what you're doing and want to invest in what you're doing. So it's easier to get money at the end of the year because you are not running around like a chicken with your head cut off, right? Trying to convince people that they should support your organization. They've already seen the work you've done because you've done. I mean, we have so many videos on that too. On how to make sure that people see your impact, that they know what it is that you're doing, and you were doing that consistently throughout the year. So when it comes to giving season and you're asking for funds, people are just going to write you a check because they know that their money is going to a cause that is actually going to be working to transform the community.
That's it.
Amen. Okay. All right.